During the tense fifth day of the Melbourne Cricket Ground Test match, the Boxing Day Test match between India and Australia, a pivotal moment occurred. Travis said, pivotal moments hurting India. When have we heard that before? WTC final, World Cup final, now MCG Boxing Day. Although not with the bat, but with the ball. When he got Rishabh Pant caught at wide long on, at that time the floodgates opened, India lost 7 for 34 and the match was done. But after the dismissal, Travis Head was doing something like this. It was a very, you may say, weird and a unique celebration that was there. Trust the Australians to come up with something different at this point in time. Now, he shared a video on his Instagram with a similar image, but he's putting it in ice. Now, why does he do that kind of a celebration? Because it has perplexed India. And as always, India's, you may say, strange moral values come to the fore yet again. Because one former cricketer has tweeted, Navjot Singh Sidhu, he's tweeted, Travis Head's obnoxious behavior during the course of the Melbourne Test doesn't augur well for the gentleman's game. Sets the worst possible example when there are kids, women, young and old watching the game. This caustic conduct did not insult an individual but a nation of 1.5 billion Indians. Stringent punishment would serve a deterrent for the future generations. Needs to be slapped on him so that no one dares follow suit. Really. Without knowing the background, without knowing the context, without knowing the cultural interpretation, certain Indian and most people are in agreement with what Navjot Singh Sidhu has stated. Which means one, culturally, they don't know what is the situation. Second, they don't know the whole picture and are just wanting to jump into the bandwagon. Because had they bothered to listen to Pat Cummins, had they bothered to listen to some other sources, they could have very well avoided all this drama. We at Sports Today were very lucky and we have always been proud of the fact that we need not create unnecessary drama. Because on the Travis Head celebration, which offended, quote unquote, a lot of Indians, Pat Cummins, if you listen to that press conference, it's clearly visible there. It's clearly, you can hear it, he said it.
I can explain that. It's his finger's so hot, he's got to put it in a cup of ice. Yeah, that's what it is. That's normally the running joke. But it was the Gabriel somewhere he got a wicket as well and just goes straight to the fridge, grabs a bucket of ice, puts his finger in, just walks in front of Lino, just like that. It's very funny. So that's what it would have been, nothing else. In terms of the shot, similar to the first innings, you have a couple of catches out there, you never quite know what he's going to do. So,
James Brayshaw, who has been commentating on Australian cricket for close to 2 decades, even he stated, great people in the back have said, after he took 4 for 10 within 17 balls in Sri Lanka in 2022, he was quoted as saying, I had to put the digit on the ice. So that was the celebration. He said, I just got him and I'm putting it back on the ice. That was James Brayshaw's interpretation. That's what the Australian cricket team, the dressing room, have fed these guys. Now, Pat Cummins is Australian. James Brayshaw is Australian. So looking at the Australian cultural ethos and the background that is there, you will want to trust them. But we as Indians continue to have double standards on morality. We are not Vasudeva Kutumbakam, where every single rule will apply for every single nation as to what we think. I'm sorry. Certain Indian sections embarrass themselves by making it a mountain out of a molehill. Or if they want to say it in Hindi, Rai ka pahad banana. The celebration was as unique as it is Australian. I mean, look at the Shui. The Shui is a very different way of celebration for the Australians. They have different prerogatives. And that is where, whether it is obscene or whether it is funny, that is left for open interpretation to certain people. We can't change certain people's mindsets. You just want to pander along the fact that, okay, there were certain decisions which didn't go our way, so that is why we will go after certain things which will suit our narrative. But you lost the Melbourne Test match because of your cowardly approach. Nothing more, nothing less. These are just distractions that's there. So Travis Head's celebration, was it funny? Was it obscene? You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.